All right, mathematicians, this week we are going to take our investigation of multiples a little bit further, and we are going to jump into investigating different multiples and their factors. Now, a factor is any number that we can count by to make a multiple. So what I'd like you to do before we even jump into this is I would like you to grab your math journal and I would like you to title it up at the top on your newest page. Remember, we use front and backs of pages and we go in order. So on your newest page, title it Factors and Multiples Investigation and then put the date. And I've put October 5th as my start date. So if you need to pause the video right now to do that, that would be a great idea. And then once you have your title up at the top, I would like us to put a definition of what a factor is, just so we always have it. So a factor equals any number we can count by to create a multiple. And I like to kind of bubble my words up so that they stand out. And I'm going to show you what a factor is just as a quick review. So if I was dealing with the multiple, if I'm dealing with the multiple 15, then I need to figure out what factors are going to make 15. What numbers can I count by to get to 15? Well, I see that it ends in 5, and I know that any number that ends in 5 is a multiple of 5. So I think I can count by 5s to make 15, but I'm going to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one row of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another row of 5. That makes 10. And I should just need 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I could say that 5 is a factor of 15 because I was able to count by 5 an even number of times or a certain number of times to get to my multiple of 15. I also see in this array that I just built that if I wasn't counting my rows, if I started counting my columns, I could actually count by 3s as well. I could go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And that would get me to 15 as well. So I just found 2 factors of 15. I can count by 5s, or I can count by 3s in my columns. And either way, it will get me to 15. So I can say that 3 and 5 are factors of 15. There might be other factors of 15. I know that I can count by 1s to get to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It might go off the camera. 7, 8, 9, 10. It's definitely going off the camera. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 1 is also a factor of 15, right? Because I can count by 1s. I'm also going to say that if I just count by 15s, I can say right here I have, my entire line just broke. If I just count by 15s, I only have to count by 15 one time and I have 15. And so that would make 15 is also a factor of 15. Okay, so I just found 4 different factors that I could count by to make my multiple of 15. You are going to work on this week. You are going to do 15 minutes every day of your factors and multiples investigation, and you're going to do it in your math journal. And I'm going to show you how to do it, and it's pretty close to what I just did. In order to do this investigation, you are going to need some sort of small, well, it doesn't have to be small, but it helps if it's small, some sort of small item. Like here I have these little cubes. You can use coins. You could use dried beans work really well. You could use, cut up pieces of paper. If I took this paper and I cut up maybe 50 pieces of paper. That would work really well. If you have beads at home for making jewelry, that works great too. So you will need some sort of smaller uniform item that can be placed into rows, okay? And you'll probably want about maybe 50 of them because some of your multiples are going to get pretty high, okay? So you will need your small items. You will need your math journal open to your factors and multiples investigation page, and you will need a writing utensil of some sort. I'm going to use a pencil for it, okay? In your lesson, in your document, you have a whole list of numbers that I would like you to investigate. And if you get through all of these numbers, you can create your own, but you're going to go through the list of numbers that I've given you in the document for 15 minutes each day. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to choose which multiple you're going to work on first. And let's say I'm working on the multiple of 9. You are going to grab 9 of your items, whether you're using beans or beads or coins, or if you have cubes or pieces of paper. You're going to grab that number. So I need 9 of them. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. All right. And then you are going to try to find all the factors of 9. So you're going to start building arrays, which means we're going to be making equal rows, or see if we can make equal rows. Now, right away, I know that for 9, I can just make one long row of 9. 7, 8, 9. So I know that 9, one row of 9 is a factor of 9. Now, I could write this as a multiplication problem. I have 9 taken one time. So I'm going to write that. I'm going to say that 9 is my multiple, and I'm going to circle it up so I know which multiple I'm working with. And I just found a factor. I found that 9 taken one time is going to make 9. Okay, 9 is a factor of 9. I also know that if I just count by ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know that 1 is a factor of 9 because I can just count by 1 9 times, and I can write that as 1 taken 9 times. So 9 is a factor of 9, 1 is a factor of 9. Look at that. They're the same factors. I wonder, do you think I have to write them twice? I'll let you decide that. Okay, so now I need to see, can I count by 2s? Let's see if I can count by 2s to get to 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, that won't work because look, I have 1 left over, and that won't make a final row. So 2 isn't a factor of 9. Let's try 3s. 3, 6, 9. Ooh, that worked. Okay, so I have 3 taken 1, 2, 3 times. 3 is also a factor of 9. I don't think 4s are going to work, because if I move this up here, that'd be 4, and then I have 8, but that's not even. I definitely know 5s won't work, because if I do that, it would make 10. And then 6, everything higher than 5 is going to be too long of a row up here and too short of a row down here. So that's it. I just found all my factors of 9. 9 is a factor of 9, 1 is a factor of 9, and 3 is a factor of 9. And I have all my multiplication problems here that will get me to my multiple of 9. You are going to do this for each of the numbers I've given you in the document. They are your multiples, and you are going to investigate and try to find as many factors as you can for them. I'm going to show you 15 really fast, what 15 would look like, which we already did. So if 15 was my next multiple, I would make a new space on my paper. So you can do this a number of different ways. Sometimes I don't like to quarter off my paper right away because what if I need more room? So I'm just going to quickly box off my 9, and now I'm going to make one for 15. Okay. So I think you already remember, I remember what I did before for 15. I was able to do one long row of 15, or 15 taken one time. And then I was able to do 3 rows of 5, or 5 taken 3 times. And then we were able to do, remember, I'll show you one more time. We had, here was our 5. And I hope you can see this. Here was our 15. So here was 5 taken 3 times. And then I was able to see, oh, I can also count by 3s. 3 taken, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 taken 5 times. Again, I'm kind of noticing that I have a 5 times 3 and a 3 times 5. So I know 5 is a factor of 15 and 3 is a factor of 15. I'm going to let you decide if you need to write them, if you need to write these each or if you just need to write one. We'll talk about it when we come back next week. Box this off.